Fires have devastated the West for years. How a team at UW-Madison is launching a system to detect them fast enough to stop them more quickly.
Plus, schools all over the state fall victim to phony calls about mass shootings. How investigators are responding as they say it's part of a nationwide trend.
And the sights and sound of the UW Marching Band as it prepares for a very busy homecoming weekend on campus. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. And thanks for joining us tonight. Once again, wildfires have devastated parts of the country this summer, tearing through property, structures, and thousands of acres of land. And when it comes to fighting these wildfires, every minute matters.
This year, a team at UW-Madison launched a system that can detect them and alert NASA in just a matter of seconds. And as our Arman Rahman finds, it all starts in space.
That's right, guys. Satellites orbiting Earth pick up thermal energy on the planet's surface. But in order to determine whether it's a fire at all, its size and location, that info has to be processed back here on the ground. And that fast turnaround data is called low latency. And here at UW, it can now happen in just 60 seconds.
In fact, highlighting a fire that was detected this morning in North Carolina.
Wildfires detected from space can now appear on the NASA firm's map faster than you can type in the website.
We looked at the hardware systems that we have both in orbit and the receiving systems that we have here at UW and said, we don't see any reason why we couldn't do this in 60 seconds.
That traditionally takes 60 minutes. Before Liam Gumley and his team launched UW's low-latency data processing ground station 6 months ago.
This is our antenna system that we use to receive data from satellites in low Earth orbit. When we receive that broadcast on the Earth, we then have to transform it to a sequence of zeros and ones, a string of bits.
They then locate where on Earth the moving satellite detected the heat signature and turn those zeros and ones into something tangible, like temperature.
And once that software pops out the pixels that are determined to be wildfires, we would send that information to NASA with low latency. Our system is the only one that I know of in the United States that's operating right now.
NASA gets that info in less than a minute.
We've had users requesting this data for a long time.
For wildlife and fire managers in the U.S. and Canada to plan with.
Where they're going to deploy their resources, where they need to be thinking about deploying resources in the next half a day or so.
But officials with NASA firms see the technology spreading across the globe.
I think it's valuable at all different scales. So whether you're doing strategic fire monitoring or whether you're doing modeling fire spread.
And Gumley and the team here think it could be the beginning of fire detection right at our fingertips.
Just like you get a warning today about severe weather, if you happen to be in a county where there's a severe weather warning or a thunderstorm warning, that perhaps you could get a warning about there's a fire that's been detected in proximity to your location.
And another fun fact, one of those Earth-orbiting satellites used in the system is the Sumi NPP, named after the UW-Madison meteorologist.
And take a look over downtown Madison. Temperatures are on the rise. It'll be warmer tomorrow, but we're really looking forward to this weekend. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our certified most accurate forecast.
Well, timing is everything, and this weekend, boy, we just timed this out perfectly. Temperatures are going to be mild, and the weather will be dry. The time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam, a little bit of cloud cover this morning, and then we got into bright sunshine, and that, coupled with winds that started to shift to a more southwesterly direction, boosted our temperatures up. Doppler track right now, Wisconsin free of precipitation, and as we look at high temperatures today, we got back up to 60 here in Madison, 61 officially at the airport, 64 in Janesville, as warm as 68 in Lone Rock. Even to the north and east, for temperatures were in the mid to upper 50s. That was still about a 10-degree improvement over yesterday. Current temperatures are in the upper 30s to around 40. Madison right at 40 degrees. But these temperatures will probably only fall another degree or two. Across Dane County, 37 right now in Verona, 39 in Deerfield, and 36 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be mostly clear or partly cloudy overnight. 38 for the overnight low in Madison, but we should be in the 70s for the next 3 days. I'll take a look at how long the mild weather will continue after that in just a few minutes.
Tonight at 10, the Wisconsin Department of Justice now identifying the officer who shot and killed a man in Windsor last week. He is Deputy Cody Woods, who has 4 years of law enforcement experience. He is currently on administrative assignment per department policy as that investigation continues. The DOJ says Deputy Woods made contact with a stolen vehicle at the Super 8 Hotel on Lake Circle. During that contact, he fired his gun, hitting the driver, who has now been identified as 46-year-old Quantaze Campbell. Campbell was transported to a hospital where he died. It's important to note investigators still have not said whether Campbell was armed or resisted arrest at all when he was shot. The FBI urging people to remain vigilant after more than a dozen Wisconsin schools received fake school shooting reports this morning.
Investigators say the calls were not credible, but rather a part of something larger called swatting. That's when a caller reports an active shooter when there is none. In Madison, East High School was the subject of one of those threats. Tahalil Mohideen has those details.
Eric and Charlotte, this morning, a caller falsely alerted Dane County Dispatch of an active shooter at East High, going as far as to describe the person's gender, race, clothing, and weapon. Madison school spokesperson Tim Lamons confirmed that caller claimed someone had shot dozens of East High students. He said while there was never any legitimate danger to the school, the threat alone is cause for concern.
We understand that it raises anxiety, and we really work with our kids who have anxiety to provide them the support after these things happen. But we have to take every one of these threats seriously.
Lamons also said because similar calls were received around the state, authorities told Madison schools about the swatting ahead of time. That meant they were able to increase patrols in the area around East High School as a precaution. As of right now, East High was the only school in Madison to receive a fake shooting call, but several other schools in our area in Janesville, Portage, Wisconsin Dells, and Milwaukee were also victims of swatting.
Well, Wisconsin is just the latest in a string of about 24 states hit in the last 2 months by these swatting calls. Some states seem to be targeted multiple times, like Texas and California, and experts have had to put out guidance because of how severe it's gotten. Today, the National Association of School Resource Officers says we could be looking at a single culprit responsible for all of them.
There's been some consistency in a lot of these, and the consistency has been thick accent, seems to be reading from a script.
Well, not just that, but several local police agencies have tracked IP addresses to a location in Africa. However, the FBI hasn't confirmed any of that. There are still several questions that remain in this case, but right now, no concrete answers are available. So be sure to stay with News 3 Now and Channel3000.com for any and all updates.
The man accused of carrying out the Waukesha Christmas parade attack last year, defending himself at trial this afternoon, Darrell Brooks began delivering his opening statement after the prosecution rested its case this morning.
But I'm confident that the evidence will show is that this incident was not planned. This incident was not intentional. And this incident was never even thought about.
Brooks broke down during his opening statement. He previously pleaded not guilty by insanity, but his public defenders then withdrew the insanity plea in September. The attorneys later withdrew from the case altogether, and the judge allowed Brooks to represent himself at trial. And new tonight, the federal jury in Kevin Spacey's sexual abuse trial found the actor is not liable for battery against Star Trek Discovery star Anthony Rapp. The jury of 5 men and 6 women deliberated for just under 90 minutes before returning their verdict this afternoon. In the early days of the Me Too movement, Rapp was one of the most prominent people to level sexual misconduct allegations against Spacey.
And in another high-profile trial, a jury of 9 men and 3 women has been seated in the Los Angeles rape and sexual assault trial of Harvey Weinstein. They were chosen in a process of about 6 days from a pool of 225 potential jurors. Opening statements in the case are expected to begin Monday. The 70-year-old former movie mogul has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He's currently serving a 23-year sentence after a 2020 conviction in New York. And some big news from overseas today. British Prime Minister Liz Truss announced today she is resigning less than 2 months on the job, becoming the shortest-serving Prime Minister in British history. Her tumultuous 6-week term in office was marked by policies that rocked the financial markets and led to outrage among lawmakers, including those within her own Conservative Party. The party said it would choose a successor by the end of next week. Calls are growing for a general election.
Homecoming week's events are in full swing on the UW campus. Tonight, the kickoff of the annual Fill the Hill campaign is the 10th year for the tradition. For 24 hours, every gift the UW receives will add 1 flamingo to the flock, and so far, more than $165,000 has already been raised. And if you took a trip to the Sun Garden at Union South, you may have seen this today, a Bucky cupcake mural. A total of 1,200 cupcakes make up the art piece. It's an event that the union hasn't been able to do for the past couple of years due to the pandemic, but the volunteers working, very happy to have it back, and the mural was devoured tonight at about 7:30. And tomorrow is the annual pep rally along with the homecoming parade.
And that won't be complete without a performance from the UW Marching Band. Our photojournalist Sydney Martin met up with them.
It's a really big weekend for alumni coming back. And we just want to make sure the Wisconsin spirit is really at an all-time high during this week.
It's a challenge. There are a lot of people in the band, but we've got some wonderful students, and so we just do whatever we need to do.
When it's cold, we march. When it rains, we get wet.
We get to go and march in a parade. Everyone in the band's going to be in that parade. And we travel up and down State Street playing for all the fans, our classic songs. Like Fifth Quarter, like Chicken Dance, Badger, and of course on Wisconsin. Our halftime this week is super exciting for those of you who love Disney because we're going to be playing Encanto. It's definitely a challenging piece, and I feel expectations are always higher when we play popular pieces. However, I've been listening to us play it now for 3 weeks, and I know we're going to serve it justice.
I'm excited for Jessica Jacobson.
It's really special for me because it's the first game that I get to actually step into the role as drum major a little bit. We're excited. This is the position that I always wanted to be in, so yeah, it's great. Really refreshing to be able to learn from her throughout this week and give her a chance to really show what she's made of.
We're just spending this time between now and Saturday morning cleaning it up.
It's all worth it to just be under the lights in the stadium and just have all of the fans that do come and do love us always give us the good, oh my God, I love the band. It's pretty cool.
The band is a big deal around here. Sydney, thanks for that piece. And then, of course, homecoming week will wrap up with the Badgers take on the Purdue Boilermakers at Camp Randall on Saturday. The team trying to get back to a 500 record kickoff set for 2:30 in the afternoon. Still ahead tonight, Dane County announces a major land purchase as part of an ongoing campaign to clean up our local waterways.
Plus, a pretty cool discovery along the bottom of Lake Superior. We'll tell you about this rare whaleback boat next.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died, but through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Energy is everywhere, even in a little seedling, which, when turned into fuel, can help power a plane. At Chevron's El Segundo refinery, we're looking to turn plant-based oil into renewable gasoline, jet, and diesel fuels. Our planet offers countless sources of energy, but it's only human to find the ones that could power a better future.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the legendary Babyface! He's writing songs on the spot.
Clean up on aisle 17.
Clean up on aisle 17.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Home sales in the U.S. declined for the 8th month in a row in September. That's now the longest housing sales slump since the mortgage collapse 15 years ago. But this time around, there's not much inventory. Usually a slowing housing market means a lot of houses are available, but there are far fewer fresh listings because homeowners want to hold on to the lower mortgage rate. Dane County leaders today announcing the purchase of 128 acres of land in the town of Dunn. Executive Joe Parisi says the purchase is Dane County's most extensive Suck the Muck effort to date. Suck the Muck is an initiative to improve the overall health of area lakes and streams. This land borders the Door Creek Wildlife Area.
Will be critical to reaching our goals of removing major in-stream sources of algae-producing phosphorus, and we're incredibly excited to be entering this new stage.
Since first launching the initiative in 2017, Suck the Muck has removed 180,000 pounds of algae-making phosphorus and 56,000 tons of sludge from area creeks and rivers.
The wreckage of a rare boat, one of the last of its kind to be located, has been identified at the bottom of Lake Superior. Researchers with the Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society discovered the 292-foot vessel in some 35 miles off Michigan's Vermilion Point and confirmed it is Barge 129, one of only 44 whaleback boats ever made. The distinctive vessel sailed the Great Lakes in the late 19th century. Barge 129 sank during a storm while in tow of another boat in 1902 when it descended to depths of over 650 feet, where it has remained now for 120 years. And if antique ships aren't for you, how about this? Ritz-Carlton's highly anticipated super yacht cruise has finally made its debut 3.5 years after its maiden voyage was originally scheduled to begin. Evrima, the first of 3 custom-built yachts from the famous hotel chain's Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, began a 7-night cruise from Barcelona to Nice on Saturday. The 190-meter vessel, which can accommodate 298 passengers, is made up of 149 suites. Rates for a 1-week stay start at $6,400 per person.
First-class seating will no longer exist on American Airlines flights. That's what company execs have decided. It is dropping its first-class cabins on all international flights and replacing them with more business-class seats. The move was announced today in response to customer demand. BMW is heading down a new road and will soon produce electric vehicles. The German car maker announced it will invest $1.7 billion to produce electric cars and SUVs. The company will use most of the money to help its South Carolina plant produce the vehicles. The Spartanburg facility is BMW's largest factory anywhere in the world.
Well, we are heading for the weekend, folks, and it's going to be a warm-up as we head for homecoming. Lots of things going on this weekend, Gary, and it's going to be nice.
You just gave away my whole forecast.
Yeah, let's move on to the winter outlook, because I know you're going to talk about that, too. Yeah, and that's not so nice.
Let's start with the bad news first, I suppose. The National Weather Service and Climate Prediction Center issued their winter weather outlook, and this is from the Climate Prediction Center for the months of December, January, and February, what we call meteorological winter, and it is calling for below normal temperatures to the upper Midwest and the northern portion of the country, and above normal temperatures in the southwest, the southern, and far eastern portions of the country. And the jet stream usually falls right in between, and that's kind of what happens when you have a La Nina weather pattern in the Pacific Ocean, where the waters of the central Pacific Ocean west of South America are actually a little bit cooler than normal. Now, depending on the exact position of the jet stream, we could see that colder air shift farther to the west or farther to the east. If it shifts farther to the west, it's more likely we'd see more precipitation here. If it shifts farther to the east, we'd be colder, but we would probably see a little bit less in the way of snowfall. And the precipitation outlook calling for above normal precipitation across the Midwest and parts of the northeast and northwestern portion of the country. The southern and southwestern parts of the country, a lot of that in a drought area, continue to be drier than normal, as well as the southeastern portion portion of the country. Badger forecast, though, for homecoming Saturday, 2:30 kickoff against Purdue. Should be a great day for football. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures lower 70s. Just a great day for the fans. Players might actually be a little bit too mild for them, but it will be breezy. The Badgers should kick with the wind. Winds will be blowing from the south end zone to the north end zone, about 10 to 20 miles an hour, but otherwise just a perfect homecoming as far as the weather is concerned. Three things you need to know in our forecast. Not only will it be mild for tomorrow and Saturday, but Sunday as well. High temperatures in the 70s. We'll see some thunderstorms Sunday night and Monday. Monday could still be mild with highs in the upper 60s, but then a cold front comes through, and we go back to chilly weather later next week with the possibility for a couple of periods of rain showers. Not a complete washout, but certainly cloudy, cool, and off and on showers for the end of next week. High temperatures today back closer to normal. Madison 61 degrees. That was actually slightly above normal. Wausau 54, but notice 70s and even some 80s out to the west as far north as Glasgow, Montana and Bismarck, North Dakota. That's not going to last, but what's happened is the jet stream has kind of flattened out now, so that's allowing milder Pacific air to start moving eastward across the country, and as that jet stream eventually drops southward, we'll start to see temperatures turn cooler, but not until later next week. 71 for the high tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, and milder. Planning your day for tomorrow, 70 in Mount Horeb, 70 in Fitchburg, 71, lots of sunshine in Belleville, and high temperatures around 72 in Janesville, 70 in Prairie du Chien, and 67 up in Wautoma. Again, lots of sunshine across southern Wisconsin. 7 to 10 day forecast. A great weekend. Thunderstorm chance maybe late Sunday afternoon with the better chances Sunday night into Monday. Then we turn cooler, showers Tuesday, chance of showers Wednesday, another chance of showers Friday afternoon into Friday night, a slight chance of showers Saturday of next weekend.
And coming up in sports, the Bucs get a big win in Philly. The go-ahead shot that put them up for good is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Did you know Tim Michaels encourages violence from his supporters?
People should just be ready to get out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
He's extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Habitat Restore is full of great finds at great prices for a great cause. With a unique inventory of high-quality, low-cost goods, you can save money and feel good about your purchase. Shop Restore Dane County today.
An experience as stirring and inspiring as it is joyful, funny, and exuberant. Come From Away, the Broadway musical.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
This is an important legal alert. Under a new law, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you or they may have been exposed to toxic water and may be entitled to financial compensation. Surviving members can file claims, and this will not negatively affect eligibility for VA disability benefits. Call now for a free case evaluation.
Call the firm voted best. Hupy and Abraham. 800-800-5678. Right now.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat, starting October 28th in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
The road back to winning an NBA championship for Giannis and company began tonight in the city of brotherly love. Bucks opening up their season on the road against the 76ers. Fist bumps all around for the boys and Coach Budenholzer. This game got good late. Bucks down 2 with 30 seconds to play. Grayson Allen finds Wes Matthews, and the former Madison Memorial Spartans splashes home the triple. 8 points tonight for Wes, but none bigger than those 3 that gives the Bucks the lead. Now last chance for the 76ers. 9 seconds left, and James Harden misses it. Bucks get the board and the win. They're 1-0 with a 90-88 victory. It's a celebration series for Wisconsin and Bemidji State. Yesterday was LeBron Arena's 10th birthday, and a decade and a day ago, the Badgers beat the Beavers to open up the rink. Fast forward to now, and the two dropped the puck again, and Wisconsin was scoring at will. Lacey Eden dekes the keeper and then slides it right around her to light the lamp. 8 different Badgers scored tonight. Britta Curl was another one. The captain sends a snipe into the back of the net to make it 4-0 in the first period. Badgers skate past the Beavers, 8-0 the final. Every time the Middleton girls volleyball team steps on the court, they play with no fear. Something Maddie Vogel preaches every day to her team. And that mantra has got this group to a 24-2 record this season, but it's also something that Vogel wants this team to use in life.
Maddie Vogel asks one thing from her team.
Finish to target. I like to be kind of a team that's got no fear. You know, if they make an error, if they get stuff blocked once, they're going to get up and swing again.
Play with no fear.
If we play timid and shy, then we make a lot more mistakes.
This group is far from timid.
Showing like we have no fear. We're not afraid of whatever team is on the other side, whether we've played them before or not.
2 years, 2 undefeated conference seasons.
You know, it's a testament to how hard our girls work.
And 2 straight Big 8 championships.
Always a matter of who shows up that day, and I take a lot of pride in my girls showing up.
But they're not just showing up on the court.
You know, any successful person's going to tell you about the trial and error that's led to wherever they are now, and I think that's something that we definitely try to teach our girls.
Vogel's setting up her Cardinals for success in life.
Nice young bread. Like experiencing new things definitely helps, having that mindset, no fear, like going out of my comfort zone, because you never know, you might like living somewhere else or doing something else. Just like trying it out is always really important.
By having them live with a no-fear mindset.
Maddie really likes to make us know that like we should be confident and like have that trust in ourselves and in our team that like we can do it.
Contact wrap. Good.
High school boys soccer, Sugar River taking on Jefferson in D3 regional action, and the Raiders were all smiles tonight. First half, Sugar River on the corner kick, and Brecken Thompson uses his head wisely. He heads it in to give the Raiders a 1-0 lead. Later in the half, it's 2-0, and Aiden Hatleberg goes to work. The junior goes corner pocket for the goal. Sugar River moves on with a 6-0 win. We're back after this.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Hi, I'm Deb. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm a conservative. Tim Michaels' position on abortion is too strict, too harsh. And while I am pro-life, I am also pro-woman, and I believe we have to be able to have exceptions for rape and incest. We need people that are reasonable when it comes to making laws about health issues and reproductive rights. There's no way I could vote for Tim Michaels for governor.
Republican Accountability PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You experience so many moments in your home, and Kidde helps you protect every moment. Materials in today's homes cause fires to burn faster, leaving you as little as 2 minutes to get to safety. So check your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and replace them if necessary. Ensure that you have the right equipment for all areas of your home. Right now, get 11% off all Kidde home safety products at Menards.
mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
I can see you in it. You got your firm plush, ultra plush plus. Just pretend I'm not here. My name is Richard. You have any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process, giving you the freedom to have a comfortable experience. Right now, get 30% off select mattresses. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
When I heard from my doctor, it was my worst nightmare. My baby's diagnosis was dismal, a severe abnormality, and my husband and I decided to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Tim Michaels thinks that decision should have been his, not ours. He wants to criminalize abortion, and if he's elected, women will lose the freedom to decide what's best for them. Tim Michaels is just way too radical for Wisconsin.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
A little cool out there, but not. It won't be as cold as last night. Here in Madison, we're at 40. Some of the outlying areas in the upper 30s right now across Dane County. Madison at 40, 36 in Middleton, 41 though in McFarland, and temperatures back up to 71 tomorrow.
Looking good. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good. We'll see you back here tomorrow.